Love is Blind is the only trending topic we need to be talking about right now because the reunion is this Friday. If you have not watched it, this is a spoiler alert. If you're not caught up, keep swiping. I'm Brittany Benson. Let's get into it. It's the second live show ever on Netflix, which you know it's going to be lit. If you're not familiar with Love is Blind, it is the craziest show. It's basically a bunch of men and women trying to find love through a wall. They don't know what anyone looks like. All they know is their voice. After they fall in love through the wall, somebody proposes, they say yes, and then they start living together. They have 2 weeks, and then after that, they have to decide whether or not they want to get married at the altar. I have to say, this is probably the messiest season of all of them so far. So messy that we're dedicating this entire What's Trending segment on the show, giving predictions of who's gonna say yes at the altar and who's gonna say no. The first couple I'm gonna talk about is Chelsea and Kwame. I think that Chelsea for sure will say yes. I think she's head over heels over Kwame. She doesn't care that Kwame basically picked her second, has flirted multiple times with Micah. Micah, his first choice.
Man.
And then sadly, I think Kwame is gonna say no. His mom isn't involved, and then it feels like he's super big on that. Also can't shake the feeling that he still wants Micah. Like, that was his first choice. Every time they get in the same room together, all they do is talk to each other and, oh, do you think that maybe you made the wrong choice? Like, hello, you're not with her, you're with Chelsea. So I think he's gonna say no. Now we're gonna talk about Micah and Paul. So I oddly enough think that Micah and Paul are going to say yes, even though Micah kind of seems like she also flirts with Kwame when she's in the same room too, but I don't think that it's genuine. I think that she just kind of likes the attention. Zach and Bliss. Zach originally proposed to his first choice, which was not Bliss. First choice was Irina, who I absolutely... I'm not going to get too much into Irina, but let's just say that if you go to Love is Blind's profile on Instagram and you look up Irina, she had to turn off all of her comments on social media. They were not very nice. So then Zach and Irina broke it off, and then Zach realized that he really wanted Bliss. Oh, if I were Bliss, I don't know if I'd like that, because either way, I wouldn't be able to shake the feeling that I was second. Like, he literally proposed to somebody else. I think that Bliss and Zach will say yes. Brett and Tiffany, they have been amazing from the start. I think they might be one of the fan favorites. Even though this last set of episodes, Tiffany kind of seemed on the fence and she was crying a lot and the stress was getting to her, but I still think ultimately Tiffany and Brett will say yes. Marshall and Jackie. Jackie has now seemed to cut it off with Marshall, saying that he's too sensitive and not aggressive enough in the... But I find it kind of ironic that she's saying that Marshall is too sensitive because she literally has a mental breakdown every single episode, bawling her eyes out. Something else that's rubbing people the wrong way is that the last few episodes, Jackie went back to Josh, which was her second choice, and is now trying to date him, but she did that behind Marshall's back before she even broke it off and told Marshall. But then she's on her social media right now saying that editors of Love is Blind flipped the clips and that she actually talked to Marshall first. That scene happened first, and then she went to Josh and tried to work it out with Josh. Either way, I don't feel like Jackie is on the show for the right reasons. She's literally told both of the guys that she can't give them marriage. Honey, it is Love is Blind. Isn't that literally the whole point of the show? Jackie and Josh do make it to the altar. I think Jackie will still say no, and I think Josh will say yes. Let me know what your guys' predictions are. Do you agree with mine, or do you have different thoughts? And that's what's trending. Bye!